let's start by breathing, of course. We're going to close our eyes. We're going to inhale through our nose and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Bringing our right ear to our right shoulder. Coming up to center, bringing our left ear to our left shoulder. Coming up to center, looking over our right shoulder. Back to center, looking over our left shoulder. And back to center. We're going to bring our chin to our chest. Ouch. And back to center. Okay. So let's start with mermaid. So left knee is in front, right knee is behind, and you're going to turn to the left. So we're opening up this hip, so the right hip, right in that hip flexor. And release. Now we're going to switch sides. Okay? So we're going to turn to the right. This time we're getting into the left hip flexor. See, I can even feel it on my right hip. So. Now we're going to release that. We're going to come on all fours. And we're going to do our cat-cows. So you're going to inhale, drop your belly, lift your head. Exhale, bring your belly button up, drop your head. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your head. And exhale, lift your belly, drop your head. Coming to a flat back. We're gonna just widen out our knees, sitting back, going into an extended child's pose. Coming back up. Now keep the legs extended. We're going to bring our feet out. Okay, so we're going into frog. So my knees are wide, my feet are wide. If this is really too painful for your knees, you can always bring your feet in. You can always double up your mat under your knees. And we're just going to push back. So I feel that right there. Come down to your forearms. And just sort of settle into the stretch, okay? It's painful, but I know you guys can do this. Now we're going to push up. We're going to slowly bring our knees together. Okay. Now we're on our knees. If you can, we're going to do a little bit of a back bend, which is sort of opening up the hips in the front as well. So you're pushing your hips forward. Looking up towards the sky. Coming up. One more back bend. Coming up. Okay. We're back in our all fours. Now this time I want you to bring your right foot forward. So we're in a kneeling lunge. And you wanna just lean forward. So see, my knee does not go over my toes, and this leg is forward, so you're stretching out this hip flexor as well. So even if you don't want your arms up, you can have your arms down. And then we're going to slide that back, slide left foot forward. We're coming into a kneeling lunge on this side. Release that. Now, we're going to do some seated hip openers. Okay, so this is where you may want to grab your blocks. Okay, so we're going to do fire log. Now, fire log, I want you to picture fire logs like they're stacked. Okay, now, obviously I'm tight, so my knee, I want an ankle to a knee, and my knee to my ankle. There's a space. So you can put a block. You can even do it like that. And what I want you to do is I want you to focus on leaning forward into it. So my right leg is on top and my left leg is on the bottom. But it doesn't matter because we're going to do both sides. So you can do whatever side you want to do first. Doesn't matter. You're going to feel it more on that top leg. So I feel it really into my right hip. Now none of these stretches should, as I say, be god awful. They should be a stretch. So if they are just intolerable, don't do it. It's just not supposed to hurt that much. Okay, so could be your body saying, hey, I don't work that way. All right, so we're going to release that, and of course we're going to do the other side. So this one's a little bit more open. See, not as much space, so I might not use a block for this because I might be able to just lean forward, but by all means, if you need it, do it. So because this sort of adds a little bit, but I still feel a stretch in that left hip. I'm usually doing about 2 to 3 breaths, maybe 5, like anywhere from 2 to 5 breaths. I try to do 2 to 3, nice and easy. Okay, now we can release that. Okay, so let's just stretch it out so our legs are, I'm putting myself against the wall, so our legs are nice and straight, just to overcome some of that, knee flexion and stuff. Okay, so we're just leaning forward, not holding on, just, I have real light fingers. And what I want you to do is, I don't want you to curl forward. I want you to take a look at your feet and keep your feet flexed, okay? You're gonna feel it right in your hamstrings. So if you have tight hamstrings, they're gonna pull on your hips and your back. So you gotta loosen those up as well. Okay, now this is the infamous cow face. All right, so my left leg is on the bottom, my right leg is on top. So To do this, you want to line up your knees. So one knee is here, one knee is here. So they're pretty lined up. But you want your feet next to your, like, within your arm's distance. So here you are, holding onto your toes. Your knees are stacked. You're just going to fold forward. Now, if you need support between your knees, once again, use a block. If you want to add a challenge, you can put your feet, God bless us all, on the blocks. So now I'm elevated and I'm going to lean forward. Oh boy. Okay. Now that's only if you want a challenge, if you're like super duper flexible. Okay, so here is the fabulous trick. All right, so my left leg is on the bottom, my right leg is on top. So now we want to try to turn so that left leg will be on the top and right leg will be on the bottom. Now, you can just do that and do that. That's fun. That's fine and dandy. But, you know, it's always nice to learn some coordination and try to figure that out. So your feet are on the floor. My hands are pushing down. Okay, so because my right leg is on top, I'm moving opposite. So I'm going to move to the left. So I'm going to turn. And here we are. My left leg is on top and my right leg is on the bottom. Isn't that fun? All right, so I'm holding on to, they say hold on to your shoelaces, so wherever your shoelaces will be. And we're just going to fold forward. Once again, this is a hip opener and it's called cow face. About 2 or 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to release that. Now this time we're going to sit wide. Okay. And we're going to lean forward. So, now to make this easier, you can have, you know, your blocks. Now you can remove these. Now you're going to try, see if you can grab your big toes. If you can't, you can hold on to your ankles. If you can't, you can sort of have your hands on the inside of your knees. Just trying to pull yourself a little bit more forward to get a deeper stretch. Now we're coming up. Okay. We're going to come down onto our back. Rolling down nice and easy. Now, you're going to bring your right knee into your chest. Straighten. And you're going to hold on to the back of your right knee. Now, if you want to challenge, you can lengthen the left leg, because that's definitely going to stretch. It increases the stretch on the right leg, but you're also feeling it in the hip flexor on the left. Okay, release that. Now we're going to switch sides. So left knee comes into your chest. Raising up. Stretching that left leg, hand behind the knee. And then we're going to lengthen the right leg. Once again, definitely intensifies the stretch. And release. Right knee on the left, right ankle on the left knee. Pulling it back. And release. Left ankle on the right knee. And now we're going to bring both knees in. We're going to roll up to seated. And we're going to finish up with our little half lotus. So I'm bringing my right foot in towards your hip crease of the left leg. All right. Now, I'm not exactly flexible on this side, so I can put a block right under there. And we're just going to lean forward a little bit. So this is stretching out your ankle as well as your hips. Coming up, we're going to switch. Left foot in the right hip crease. I'm actually not bad on this side, but you can always use that as an option. Leaning forward. And coming up. Okay, now we're just coming into an easy seated position. Closing your eyes and starting to focus on your breath once again. Breathing in, breathing out. We're going to do some head rolls. Right ear to your right shoulder. We're going to roll through center. Left ear, left shoulder. Rolling back towards the right. Maybe rolling all the way around. And back again. Coming back to center. Bringing our hands to heart center. Nice deep breath in. Open your mouth and let it out. Being comfortable in the fact that we are perfectly imperfect. Always doing the best we can. And saving just a little love for ourselves at the end of the day. The light in me honors and respects the light in you. We end our practice today by saying namaste. hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a little looser hips today. But you can always come back to this video when you're tight. Maybe you wake up and you're a little sore. This can always help.